Hello and welcome to the Posers Podcast, the place where we skip the fluff, say the quiet parts out loud, and dig into what really matters. This is where photography, psychology, and business collide. I'm Jody, your host, and I'm bringing you my raw takes, hard wins, and a whole lot of unfiltered honesty about what it takes to build a photography business that actually connects and makes money. So ladies, grab your headphones and get your tits up and your ears open because we are going to build something really incredible together. Well, hello and welcome to all of my beautiful posers. This is the very first episode of the Posers Podcast, and I am so excited that you're here. I'm so excited to even be saying these words because this is the start of something I have dreamed about for a long time. I have wanted a space to talk about everything that I have learned and probably purposely unlearned over the course of my 15, 16, 17 year career in this world of photography. I wanted this space so that we can have a place to really break down the art of posing. I want to talk about the psychology behind powerful photography, and I want to talk about the raw and the messy realities of building a creative business together. I chose the word poser as the name of the podcast, not only obviously because photographers can essentially be defined as posers, people who pose, but poser is also a nod to the way that we're all out in the world posing as the best versions of ourselves, while deep down we're probably all just a little bit tired of the pretending too. My name is Jody. I'm a photographer. I believe that photography is far more than just pretty pictures. It is literally a form of therapy for me. It's the way that I show the most beautiful parts of who I am as an artist while also capturing the most gorgeous parts of other people's worlds too. This podcast is for photographers who are craving something a little bit deeper. You want to enjoy probably a lot of laughter and maybe even just looking for a little bit of inspiration along the way. So whether you're here to refine your craft or grow your business or just feel less alone in all of this chaos, you are definitely in the right place. Okay, so tits up and ears open and let's build something incredible together. All right, so we are going to start with something that is very essential, but it's probably the opposite of how everyone else starts their podcasts, because I want to talk about what in the hell this podcast isn't going to be. Okay, because what you are clearly learning first about me is that my list of things that I can't stand is usually way longer than the list of things that make me feel all ooey gooey inside. Okay, so this podcast isn't going to be a place that feels sort of toxically positive. I am not a bubblegum kind of girl. I don't have a camera strapped to my wrist, bouncing around claiming that I love and that I just want to document your love story. No, that's not me. I'm not her. I do definitely have a camera strapped to my wrist, and I will say that that camera strap is a very expensive, very chic snakeskin leather. But no, for reals, I have that camera strapped to my wrist because I'm incredibly good at what I do, and that camera feeds my boys. I'm a powerhouse of a human who wants to build an incredibly successful career. I have a ton of masculine energy that my therapist would tell you is likely due to the fact that I have to operate in my world as both a mother and a father to my 3 boys. Boys that probably also infused me with even more masculinity as I try to go toe-to-toe with them, but they are quickly growing taller than I am. So I definitely don't say words like smitten and swoon. I swear a bit. I'll claim that it's in a very chic way. I'll think it's kind of cute. It's probably not, but you know what? It's fine. It's a vibe. You get it. I want to talk about the truth behind all of the beautiful imagery that we create. And the truth is that running a photography business is messy. It's hard work. It's late nights. It's missing your weekends with your family. It's, to be honest, maybe even straining your marriage. It's having difficult clients, and it's damn sure not always Instagram perfect. So I want this to be a place where we actually discuss infrastructure, not silly tips and tricks. Okay. I want to make a promise to you that everything that I say on this podcast comes from a place of truly wanting to create a community where we can talk about what is being perpetuated throughout our industry. I want to talk about the bullshit that's being fed to us of like something that we should be doing without all of us just kind of like hitting a pause button and saying like, wait, does this even make sense? Is this sound advice? Will this really move the needle forward in my business, or is this person just trying to make money off of me? I want all of us to be so incredibly purposeful with what we say on our websites and to our clients, on our social media, heck, even to our children as we raise these little legends that we're creating. I want you to be so incredibly purposeful about what you say, because what you say really means something, and it's the infrastructure behind all of our businesses. Another huge bone of contention that I have to pick with the educator space in our industry are all of the buzzwords that get thrown around. I am not a buzzword kind of girl. I'm not fluff free. I'm not no nonsense. I have a lot of nonsense about me, okay? I'm gonna joke, I'm gonna screw around, I'm gonna be silly, I'm going to give you fluff and fun, but when we get down to business, you should also just know that what I say, it's usually right, especially according to my husband. That's a nice little segue right in there. So let's talk about husbands and whether or not you have one. As if a cute little husband is something that we can pick up at the market on our way home, like a nice little sweater that you got from the racks of Target, like as if he's a chunky knit, okay? I should know because I have picked up 2 of them. Husbands are a hot button topic for me because I have an old one that I don't care too much to talk about, and I have a new one that I love dearly. It is interesting to note, though, that the old husband is the one who shaped who I am more than the new one. The new one is adorable and kind and loving and all of the things, but he's just that. He's new. And the old one is the one who was around whenever I was in the building days of my business. And it is supposedly the marriage that my business ruined. I say supposedly in air quotes because I don't for a second believe any bit of that bullshit. Okay? But it was the divorce from this husband that changed who I am at my core. So whenever I say that it's the husband who shaped who I am more, I think I said that wrong. What I mean by that is that the divorce from that husband is the one who changed who I am at my core and shaped who I am. That divorce sent the wake-up jolt of, oh shit, we actually have to build this business and make money to survive. So that is for sure a full-blown podcast topic in and of itself, if not 5 of them. So I'm going to leave that topic alone for right now. But in a nutshell, if you're here for sugary sweet sentiments about building a cute little business, you're in the wrong place. We are going to talk freely about real stuff, and I'll likely offend you at some point. But just know that if I've offended you or if I've hurt your feelings, it's probably because I've said something that you maybe know is true and you weren't quite ready to admit it yet. And that's okay. We're going to leave the curated perfection of Instagram behind and embrace the truth of being creative entrepreneurs. This isn't about following somebody else's blueprint, not even mine. This is about giving you permission to take what you want from what I have to say, or even to be like, Jody, you're not for me, because that's okay too. We're definitely not here to say what everyone else is saying. In fact, we're here to do the exact opposite. I want you to question what's popular, disengage from the norm, embrace the cheetah that isn't meant to be caged inside of you, and shout out to Glennon Doyle if you got that reference. But I'll share my wins, but I'll also share my ugly losses. I'll share behind the scenes, the chaos, the lessons that I've learned the hard way. And this isn't going to be about perfect poses and polished images. It's about the connection and the psychology behind the work. So whether you're just starting out or you're 20 years in, there's room for everyone here with no judgment, just growth. And to wrap this up, above all else, we are not boring. If it's not fun, then it is not worth doing. So this podcast will be full of laughter, stories, and some very questionable and probably very inappropriate jokes. Bye for now, friends. Okay, so that is a wrap on this episode of the Posers Podcast. If you loved it, please subscribe, rate, and review, because honestly, algorithms are needier than all of our ex-boyfriends combined, and ladies, I need all the help I can get. If you've got thoughts, questions, love letters, even hate mail, please send them my way. I actually read every single one of them. So until next time, stay bold, stay messy, and don't let the bullshit win. Tits up, ears open, and go build something incredible. Bye for now, friends.